Hello and welcome to My Arts and Crafts. I'm Libby Hoffmeister and today I'll be sharing 5 tips for prepping Christmas card making in the summer. So this is kind of an early or extra addition to my 12 weeks of holiday card making for 2023. It will officially come out around mid-October, so get ready for that, but I just thought I'd do this fun extra video. I don't really like to do a lot of my Christmas card making in the summer. I'm not quite ready, but I like to be prepped to and instantly get creating when the time comes because of the busy season. So my first tip is to create or find your color palettes. Here I have looked up Christmas color palettes on Pinterest, and a whole wide variety of color palettes came up for all different types of styles. So there was a lot out there for you to choose from. I just created a board so I can easily come back to this in the holiday season. So I can instantly get inspired by this and get creating with these color palettes, and I don't have to think about it during the busy season. So yeah, you don't have to use Pinterest. You can also make like your own color palettes out of the colors of cardstock or inks or whatever you have. That's another option if you are interested. And then I also just chose some colors of cardstock that matched the colors in the color palette. It definitely doesn't have to be perfect. I just chose some colors and I decided which ones matched best, and then I just went with that. It was pretty simple. You could also prep all of your colors for each of the color palettes with what you have in your stash ahead of time, so you don't even have to do that part. It's totally up to you, but I just wanted to give you that idea. And then yeah, that's pretty much that one. And then here I have a 12 by 12 scrapbook container. This is great for your projects that are in progress, or for seasonal stuff, which leads me to this next tip, which is to collect all of your Christmas themed items. So here I have some pattern paper and some loose pattern paper, and then I also have this zip bag with die cuts and pieces of the pattern paper, and this will be really easy to come back to. It's all together and I can just sort through what I want to use during the holiday season. I also added some stamp sets, die sets, embossing folders, things like that. I collected them all, and then I also even missed stuff and I had to put more stuff in there, but this is a great time to just go through all of your bins, drawers, things like that, and collect all of your Christmas stuff so you don't have to do it during the season when you're busy and life is crazy. It's all right there for you, and you can instantly get creating. You don't have to lose inspiration. Another thing I wanted to mention here was that you can collect Christmas items that you've been wanting for years, or that have come out in Christmas and July releases early, so that you don't have to wait for shipping or other things later in the season. You will obviously want to get some stuff in the season, but this will just give you a little bit of a head start. And then my next tip is to create or sketch a list of your ideas. So here I just have some sticky notes, and I'm writing down all of my ideas that I have for cards, and I'm just thinking about the different products I have and all the different things that I have and would like to do. And then I'm just making a list of ideas so that I can come back to it during the Christmas season. I can easily get inspired by this list and get creating quickly. I don't have to waste time. And this doesn't take very long, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and it will save you a lot of time during this season, and it will just make it a lot easier for you. Sorry about the dogs barking in the back. You can also create just some card sketches and just draw it out onto your sticky notes or your paper or whatever, and just make some simple card sketches. They don't have to be great. Mine's not great. I just quickly sketched it out in a minute or so, and you can make a bunch of these. Whichever one works best for you, you can do. Then for my third tip is to cut and stamp images, or fourth tip, sorry, is to cut or stamp images and sentiments. So here I have a poinsettia stamp set and a snowman stamp set, and I have stamped out some of these. I also have them colored. So there's two options for this. You can either like stamp them so that you have them all ready and all you have to do is use your Christmas inspiration to color them and stuff, or you could color them right now and all you have to do is just add them onto cards during the Christmas season. It's totally up to you and what you want to do, but I just thought I'd give you both of those ideas. Then moving on, I am going to die cut a bunch of things here so that I can be ready for this season as well. This is the Dancing Saint Nick die set from Spellbinders, and I just cut it out a bunch of times from some pretty traditional from a traditional Christmas color palette, and I will just save this for the holiday season. I will probably assemble it before it's Christmas time, but yeah, I just wanted to share that idea with you. And then I also wanted to make a note of something. I have changed my filming setup a little bit recently. I added a different point of view or perspective, and I thought it made it a little bit more interesting and might be a little bit more helpful. And so if it's more helpful and you enjoy it, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. And yeah. Next, I'm also using the Spellbinders Layered Poinsettia Tree die set, and I just cut this out with some of the with a color palette that I created or that I've had found on Pinterest, and then I just replicated it with my colors of cardstock, and I cut all the pieces out from various different colors of cardstock, and I can assemble it now or later during the Christmas season, and it will actually help me to get inspiration from these things that I've already die cut. So yeah, it's a great opportunity to get a head start on some of this stuff. Then also, you can also stamp like your sentiments that you have. You could foil sentiments, you could die cut sentiments, you can stamp sentiments. Here I'm stamping a few sentiment strips to show you. I think this is a really helpful one because sentiments are pretty general over all Christmas cards, so you can stamp or foil sentiments in a lot of different colors of cardstock or die cut them, and then you can layer them up if you're die cutting them or die cut the sentiment that you stamped, whatever, and you can just have a big pile of them. So all you have to do is just take out a sentiment that coordinates with your card, and you don't have to make the sentiment. It's all ready for you, all prepped, and it's just ready to go. It's really easy. So I think this is a really great option, and one of the less creative parts of card making is to just like stamp a basic sentiment. So this is a really great opportunity, and while you have more time to make a bunch of them, so you can just pick what coordinates with your project later in the season. And if you don't use them all, you can save them for next year, and you will already have a head start on next year's Christmas crafting and stuff like that. So yeah, I think this is a really great opportunity. Then another idea with this is I'm using the Stampendous 'Tis the Season stamp set. This has some really great sentiments for the insides of cards, and so if you want, you can like take your card bases, prep all your card bases by stamping a little sentiment on the inside, and all your card bases will be ready to go. You definitely don't have to do this, but this is a really great opportunity to get some of your card bases ready, and a less and not as fun thing to do, to stamp a bunch of insides of cards. So you can get this done early so you can have more fun, and just it's a lot easier during the season. If you want to get an inside stamp set, like an inside sentiment stamp set, you can, or if you have one, you can utilize it right now. Just another idea to go with this tip. And yeah, then the last tip, my fifth tip, is to make a list of people to send cards to. So here I just have a sticky note, and I'm writing down a list of people that I might want to send cards to. You can write down specific names on your list so that you can personalize each card for the person, or you can like tally up each person that you're going to send it to, just so that you make sure you're making enough cards. And this is really helpful because then you don't have to scramble because you forgot a card or whatever. It's all ready to go. And then I just wanted to mention this. This is an idea from Jennifer McGuire, and there's more inspiration over there, so I will link it in the upper right corner for you if you're interested. But this could be a great way to make your Christmas card making a little bit easier. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and come back next week for a new video. If you are interested in any of the supplies I used today, check the description box below. For more inspiration, please consider liking and subscribing, and for even more inspiration, check out my Instagram and Pinterest accounts at My Arts and Crafts. Thank you so much again. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.